What? Welcome back to
Welcome back to Peak to Middle School. My name is Narwhal.
My name's Kyle.
And today we're doing a whole switcheroo on you guys.
If you're not watching on YouTube,
It doesn't matter.
literally
at
nothing
all.
is different.
But but maybe this episode will be different. Maybe we'll bring a new life to the party.
Could be.
Maybe you guys will be listening to me like, man, they're whole new guys.
Maybe left side Kyle's way better than right side Kyle. Maybe right side John's way better than left side John.
Yeah. You know? I feel different. I do feel different.
Yeah.
Things have changed.
Yeah, it's a different view. I have a full view of the Asian man in the back and the sloth.
Yeah, and I got some fresh sunlight coming in this way.
Yeah.
So
just watch out if someone peeks over the window.
Yeah. Anyways, you might be wondering, if you're watching, if you're listening, you're not wondering at all, why are they wearing different clothes? And I'll tell you why.
Different clothes. We always wear different clothes.
Okay, that's true.
Why are you wearing what you're wearing?
Yeah, we're wearing pretty weird shit. And do you want to tell them why?
Yeah, so just about 20 minutes ago, we were at Value Village, and we are like, let's see what we can find.
Yeah.
See what the best things we can get are.
And we kind of wanted to do a little competition. I broke the rules, I'll admit.
Yeah, you cheated.
We were going to do $15 or less. You can buy whatever items you want, because some things are pretty cheap, under $15. I spent $21. Kyle was under $15.
I spent $13.
So we're going to vote. You guys can let us know whose you like better. But I think I automatically lose a couple points since I broke the rules. Or I'm just disqualified.
I'll let it slide.
Okay.
But just know that if you win, then you don't really fully deserve to win.
That's the thing. With Kyle, like, let's say we make a bet and, like, somehow I do something a little wrong or a little off. Even if I win, he'll be like, oh, no, but it doesn't matter anyways because, like, you don't – like, he'll say –
because you cheated.
He'll be like, oh, you can still win. Like, we'll still do it. And then I'll win, and he'll be like, oh, no, it doesn't count because you cheated.
Yeah, because you cheated.
No, why don't you just say I'm disqualified at the beginning?
Because I still like the competition. Then if I win, then I beat a cheater, and then it's, like, extra power for me.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
that's fair. I respect that.
So not only are we wearing what's on top, but we each have
something special underneath.
Something special.
So we will obviously this is not the whole episode. We just want to do something fun for the intro. So
let's explain what we're wearing.
So for people not watching, I have a hand knitted. Well, it looks hand knitted.
Yeah, whoever made that made
it's
a
either
lot of effort.
Yeah, if it is handmade by like just a regular person, it's a lot of effort went into this. But it's a Seattle Seahawks football 12th man.
What do you like? It's one of those like poncho sweatshirt things.
Yeah, it's like I have one that people call a drug rug that you get in Mexico, and it's kind of like that type of thing, but it's a little nicer, and it I can't say the word Eskimo, can I?
No, that's offensive.
Okay,
I learned that in a class.
It's something that you would see people in Arctic climates wearing. Is that fair to say?
I don't think anyone in the Arctic climate would wear that.
I know, but like it's the vibe I get, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just very north.
Yeah, okay. Very northern. And then, all right, that's my top layer.
So my outer shell is this Route 66 shirt that I found that has every single destination on Route 66, and
that's pretty cool.
There's cars, there's like flags, there's
deserts,
there's a lot of cities and shit.
There's flames.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's a pretty extravagant shirt.
Yeah.
When we got it, we didn't even realize until we got home after buying it what it even was.
Yeah, I
like
thought it was a California shirt.
He's like, oh, dude, look at it. It's like a California shirt. It's got a bunch of places in California. Then we get back, and he's like, wait, it says New Mexico.
Yeah, so. But this is only my outer shell.
Yeah, so now we're gonna take them off simultaneously. Oh,
ASMR. Buttoning down my shirt.
Oh no. Maybe this is why they gave it to Goodwill. It doesn't unzip. Oh, okay. So underneath the Seahawk poncho northern coat, I have a plain white shirt with two horses running through the pastures in the middle of it. It's a very majestic. It's a mother and a daughter.
It's very like Step Brothers.
It is
like,
very Step
Brothers. I feel
Brothers.
like Dale or Brennan would wear that.
Dude, that's the same. I couldn't put a finger on it, but I felt some vibe from it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is.
Definitely a Step Brothers vibe.
Yeah.
Definitely like 40-year-old that lives at home. He's going to wear that.
Yeah. He plays a bit too much like Call of Duty, and he screams at the TV a lot, but...
Or like Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. Yeah. But I like shirts like this. Like, it's a conversation starter, you know?
It's like, why? I like your shirt. Where'd you get it?
I don't know. It was a random person shirt from Value Village.
Wow. Do you ride horses?
No,
You must be very outdoorsy.
I don't like horses that much.
Oh.
But
So why do you have it? Why do you have something that you don't like on your shirt?
I like the shirt as a whole, you know.
So you're a follower, not a leader.
Yeah. Anyways, what's yours?
Mine is a shirt. It's a Mr. Rogers shirt. It says it's all good in the hood.
Here, pull the things. Okay. Yeah. So what's kind of sad is when Kyle and I were there,
I thought it was.
neither of us knew what this shirt was.
I think we're too young for Mr. Rogers. Like we don't know what it was.
Yeah, I will say I get annoyed when like if I don't know something that was like a part of pop culture, and then older people are like, "Bro, how have you never watched Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? It's the best show ever, dude." It's like,
Yeah, but then I would say that's someone who hasn't watched like SpongeBob.
okay, but I think it's different because like SpongeBob, I think will stand the test of time. Like I think
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air
SpongeBob
does. You never watched it?
No, I never have watched it, but like, but I mean, it wasn't like on when. That's one thing is like if it's on TV when you grow up, it's kind of expected like you should watch it, right? But like I'm not expected to see movies from like 1850.
I don't have movies back then.
Okay. But like you know what I'm saying? If people get mad because
I get what you're saying.
it's like, dude, I was like literally not born yet. What do you expect?
That's because that was like their big thing.
Yeah.
And they don't understand.
I know. So we got here, and my cousin was like, "Guys, that's Mr. Rogers."
And like I'd heard the name, but
Yeah.
I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, we were both like, "Oh, that's Mr.
That's who Mr. Rogers is. So yeah, it's all good in the hood.
Yeah. Kyle
Sitting
goes,
with his, I thought he was British.
yeah,
Like,
Kyle goes, "Yo, this kind of looks like a British TV show."
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was. Yeah, he's sitting with a. I don't even know, some puppet.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know, but it was a steal.
Yeah.
$4.
And what was the other one? Like that was like $10, right?
This
Less than 10
This
bucks.
was $7.
Damn. Got a steal.
Yeah.
Let us know whose outfit you like better if you're on YouTube. And if you're on the audio platforms, then we're about to dive into some juicy girth.
Okay. Let's get
Okay.
girth.
Okay.
Give me some girth.
I saw one of the whitest things I've ever seen in my entire life today.
Ugh, gross.
There was a man on on like a sidewalk trail. It's like a paved trail next to the road, but it's not the sidewalk.
Okay.
And it goes around the whole lake. I live by this lake, and it goes around the whole thing. And it's like a long trail. You can like run on it for miles and miles. Some people bike. But then this one douchebag was like, I'm going to get mini skis and put wheels on them and then get poles.
So he's like cross-country rollerblading?
He's cross-country rollerblade. It's a mini ski, and on each end it has a wheel that would go on like a ripstick or like a rollerblade.
What the hell? I've never seen that before.
And he literally, it's like
That is very white.
It's pavement cross country skiing, and
Wow.
this dude was wearing knee pads, elbow pads, and a yellow like bucket head helmet.
See, it's the pads that make it worse.
Yeah, like I mean,
Just don't fall over.
and he was wearing one of those the tight suits that bikers wear, the skin tight. Like
How old was this guy?
like 55,
Yeah,
dude.
that's what I thought.
Wow. What is it with white guys that they just once they get past 35, they just get weird?
They're just like, well, let's find different ways of transportation. Like, I'm gonna ride the sitting bike where you're like laying back and like, pedaling, or the hand pedaling bike.
Dude, I saw that this weekend, and I was like, it just. What's the point?
The guys on those like layback bikes where you're like your feet are up and you're pedaling, they're always like old white guys with like white hair and white beards.
And they're like always kind of overweight. I'm like,
Yeah.
shouldn't
like-
bikers be like shredded? Like that's
Yeah.
a hard workout.
I mean, you're just laying back.
Yeah, I
pedaling.
mean, I guess. And like that's got to be less efficient than just riding a normal bike.
Also, how do they balance?
I don't know. Yeah,
Like, how do you lay back and balance?
Like,
What,
if
are there
you're
two
one of
wheels
those-
or three?
what?
Are there 2 wheels or 3?
Two. It's like
Wait,
a
so then
normal
when they
bike.
stop, like, they just have to put their feet
That's
down?
what I'm saying. I don't know. Like, if you're riding one of those, laying on your back, and some kid like runs in front of you, or there's like an obstacle, how do you avoid it? You just fall over.
How do you brake? Are there like hand brakes? Or like I kind of want to try it.
Now that I know.
Or like
But-
those double bikes too. Dude, we should get a double bike.
We should rent one. We'll make a video on my personal channel.
That sucks being in the back though. You just like have someone's ass in your face.
My dad in high school, he told me, or maybe it was when he was in middle school, he's like, some of his extended family lived in Montana. And so he would go there in the summers. And of course, like, what do you do in Montana? Nothing. So
Double bike.
They built a quadruple bike.
What?
Yeah, like they welded it together and they could fit 4 people.
God, that's such an old person.
I
Like,
know.
That's like so 1960s.
I want to ride one of those bikes with the huge wheel in the front, like enormous.
Those are
And
like impossible to balance on.
yeah, remember Johnny Knoxville
Yeah.
tried to go off a ramp in one of those?
Jeez, why did they like make bikes like that? Like, oh, let's just put one huge wheel and then like this little ripstick wheel in the back.
Hey, I mean, we're still talking about it in 2019, so it
Yeah,
did
because
something.
it's stupid.
Exactly.
Okay, change of subject. But the day that this comes out, if everything goes how it's planned, it should come out the day after Cinco de Mayo. If not, sorry, something got screwed up. I feel like Cinco de Mayo is one of those holidays that white people or just Americans have adopted. Maybe not white people, but just Americans have adopted as their own holiday that is just not theirs. And it's just an excuse to like drink tequila.
Literally. Like you were talking about the other episode how like just because it's on the calendar doesn't mean it's a holiday, like tax day. Bro, Cinco de like for Americans at least, like is that even a real what is Cinco de Mayo, first of all?
I think it's their Independence Day, but I feel like it's actually
who?
not Mexico.
Oh.
What did you think it was?
I don't know.
You know what Cinco de Mayo?
5th of
5th
May.
of May.
Yeah.
In Spanish.
Yeah, but it could be Spain.
Yeah, but it's not Spain. Tequila, though. You drink tequila, so that's Mexico.
What, they don't have tequila in Spain?
It's from Mexico.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
Okay.
But like, why do people like they literally? It has literally nothing to do with the United States.
Yeah, same thing with like St. Patrick's Day. And then people are like, "Oh, but I'm Irish." It's like you still don't know what it means.
I understand. 4th of July, go nuts.
Yeah.
New Year's,
Because you're in America.
yeah. New Year's still kind of stupid. Like it's a useless holiday.
Yeah,
New Year's.
it's
like just a
It's an excuse to get drunk.
yeah. But Cinco de Mayo, we have literally no connection to that whatsoever.
What is? I'm gonna look up what it actually is.
I think you're right. I think it is Mexico's Independence Day.
It's not.
Oh,
well,
no.
I don't know actually.
People are gonna get really mad at us.
The date is observed to commemorate the Mexican army's victory over the French Empire at the Battle of Puebla
yeah.
in 1862 under leader General
Yeah, so they defeated.
Ignacio Zaragoza.
So they defeated the French.
Yeah, but like,
So does
that mean that it's Independence Day? It's sometimes mistaken for Mexico's Independence Day.
Oh no.
The most important national holiday in Mexico, which is celebrated on September 16th, commemorating the Cry of Dolores, which initiated the war from Mexican independence from Spain. So what? So it's
why
just
do we celebrate the 5th of May if it's not even their
don't
most
know.
important holiday? We're just like, fuck it. Let's
I
just
think
do
it's just Cinco de Mayo sounds better than 16 de septiembre.
Yeah. That's
I might have
wow,
said
you
that wrong.
remembered that.
That might have been wrong. Okay,
16.
this reminds me.
Yeah.
I had a dream last night that I was only speaking in Spanish.
You're fluent?
Well, like it was.
Or you were
it
only
was
saying words that you remembered?
my limited Spanish. Like I can say 16th of September.
So like basically you couldn't speak in English, but you could only speak in broken
Well,
Spanish.
I don't know if I couldn't speak in English. People were talking in English to me, but I was replying in Spanish. They'd be like, "What day is it?" I was like, lunes?
Dude, that'd be so funny.
I remember one phrase that I said that was like, even in my dream, I was impressed that I said it.
Oh.
I was like, whoa.
It's somewhere in your subconscious.
So somewhere deep in my mind is there some Spanish.
Yeah. It's weird how sometimes like I'll see something on TV or I'll hear something and like it brings back like floods of like memories. Like for example, I'll be watching a movie and if someone says something in Spanish, like I'll just somehow know what it means. And I was terrible at Spanish.
Yeah, you can like understand. That's like people say like I can speak or I can understand it, but I can't really speak it.
Yeah, that's kind of
Like I can understand it. Well, not really, but like better than I can speak it.
I mean, I can understand like bits and pieces.
Yeah, especially if they talk like slow, I can do it.
Yeah.
If they talk fast.
Like if they give like a whole sentence at full speed, I might be able to pick out like one or two words.
But they also like mumble and they have slang.
That's true. Yeah, dude, trying to learn English even,
Yeah.
I would say probably a fifth of the words that we say in our daily conversation aren't even words.
And there's people that have way worse grammar than us too.
Yeah, like we
Like double negatives and like I don't know that y'all. What? Like how the hell would you understand that?
Exactly. Or like we always say like gonna or like I'm boutta.
Like
I'm boutta.
I have to.
Like if I was about to if I said I'm about to go do that.
Yeah, like
yeah. Like that would make no sense if you were trying to learn English.
Yeah, and I mumble a lot too.
Yeah.
So I just kind of Yeah, I would be hard to understand. Like, I would not be a good teacher
Yeah.
for English.
And what's so weird is when you're learning English, well, I assume when you're learning English, they teach you, like, for example, if you address someone, you'd be like, hello, how are you doing today?
Yeah, no one ever says that. If you're
No
weird,
one-
you're weird if you say that.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, if
Say,
you
like,
speak
hey, what's up?
normal, it's like weird. So I feel bad for people learning. That's like, you know how when we learned Spanish, we were always like, hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yeah, that's so.
They probably don't say that ever.
No, they don't. They say like "que tal," which is like "what's up."
Oh, well, really?
Yeah, or when you say like adios, like no one says adios.
What do
they
they
say?
say?
Like hasta luego or like see you later. Like or like
Yeah.
they say like a luego or
Yeah,
some
that's
shit.
like no one says goodbye. It's not like you're leaving. I'm
Goodbye.
like, goodbye, Kyle.
Well, and we don't say yes either. Like I hardly ever say yes. Like I would say yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Is
do they
there
teach
a
yes?
yeah in Spanish? Like an equivalent?
Sa. I don't know. I don't really know.
That's what, dude, languages are weird.
Yeah.
The fact that somehow people started as like,
We've been down this road before.
and then they just develop all these different
I
languages.
don't know.
We have been, yeah. We shouldn't dive into this again because we're not
Yeah.
going to find the
my
answer.
My sister made fun of me. She's
What?
like, you guys need a linguist on your podcast so you can like know what you're talking about with like words and shit. And,
That doesn't interest
she can
me,
come
to
on
be
and
honest.
she can educate us.
Yeah, she can educate us, but I'm not gonna seek out a linguist.
No.
To be honest, like it's a lot of effort. Jordan just texted me and said, "Dude, what the fuck? There's no way." God damn it!
What do you say?
He sent me Russ lyrics. He said, "There's no way I'm going back to splitting 5 on McDoubles." Is this literally what he texted me about? I'm gonna call him. Let's just see what happens. Let's just call our friend
Let's see where
Shim.
it goes.
All right, change of plans real quick.
Should we not tell him that he's on the podcast?
No, yeah. So we're calling our buddy Shim real quick.
It's probably not gonna answer now. He's clearly on his phone.
Hello.
Hello?
What's up? Yo, I never going back.
I'm never going back.
Hey, Shim.
Thinking while I was working out, and dude, I'm lifting like 10 more pounds right now.
Wait, what?
Was that now?
This song came on while I was working out right now. and I'm
Oh,
like 10 more
you're
pounds
working
since the
out?
song song.
Yo, Shim, you're on the podcast right now, live. Is there anything?
I'm on the podcast.
Is there anything that you that you want to say? You got 20 seconds. Is there anything you need to say?
Yeah, to everyone listening to the podcast, go write a review, and also there's no way that I'm gonna go back to 45.
He's never gonna go back.
There's no way.
He's never gonna be broke. He's never gonna go back. All right, thank you, Shim. All right, see ya.
He didn't use his full 20 seconds, so
No.
that's on him.
Well, you heard the man. Leave a review, 5-star
Yeah.
review.
It's kind of hard to understand what he was saying.
Yeah,
I heard, you.
yeah. I don't know why he sounded like he was getting strangled, but
Maybe he was.
maybe they had
Grand
a gun to his
Strangler?
head.
Oh. And that was his way of like calling out to us, saying like those rap lyrics, like there's deeper meanings.
Oh.
Like I ain't going back. Like he's not coming back. Like we're not gonna see him again.
Yeah. Like, because
probably-
in movies, if someone's like abducted, they'll send like letters with hidden messages, but they
Yeah.
can't actually say I'm abducted.
Yeah,
and
none of our friends would pick up on that for sure. All of our friends are pretty stupid.
Yeah. If you were to send me if you were abducted and you could send me a letter, but you knew someone else would read it, so you couldn't literally say like, "Help, they've got me," what would you say?
Probably something that I would never say, but I don't know what something I would never say would be.
Maybe we should agree on something right now.
Yeah.
So if you ever in your life get a letter from me and it says, "I love Russell Westbrook,"
Okay.
that means I'm abducted.
I think if I ever get a letter from you, I might just figure you're abducted because you would never send me a letter.
Exactly. But like, just to be safe,
But if
says
okay.
I love Russell Westbrook, something is horribly
Okay.
wrong,
All right,
and you
deal.
need to do everything in your power to find it.
Deal.
I'm trying to think.
Why would they let me just send a letter to someone?
I don't
if
know.
I was abducted.
I don't know. You know, sometimes you get a phone call.
That's our code word.
Yeah.
Just like, hey Kyle, what's up? I really love Russell Westbrook. Are you okay?
Oh, like if we're on the phone, and that's the
And like I have a gun to
first
my
thing I
head, or
say.
like I'm driving and like, Hey, what's up? Oh, I'm just driving my car, just thinking about Russell Westbrook.
Yes, that's perfect.
All right.
All right. Good.
For the record, we hate Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, and we would also never say that
Exactly.
because he hates Damian Lillard, and we love Damian Lillard.
Yep.
So,
All right.
do
Deal.
you think pro athletes that have beef with other athletes, do you think they actually, like off the court, off the media, do you think they actually dislike each other, or do you think it's kind of a thing that they just play up for the sake of like?
I think those two actually hate each other.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, you remember when Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor?
Yeah,
fought?
that was
a bunch of fake beef. Like,
yeah,
they don't
but
actually.
that's what they do for fighting. Like all fighting things are. I mean, Khabib and Conor might be like real, but
Yeah.
because they like.
Yeah, I mean,
fought
a
in the
lot of
crowd.
fighting ones are hyped up. But do you think for others? I feel like for other sports they might do that too, though.
To an extent, like there's some. I know there's some people that have even admitted to it. Like, yeah, it was just for show, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think they would like actually. I feel like back in like the 70s, maybe like they would actually fight if they saw each other. But like today's NBA is not like
Yeah.
not really like that.
Did you see? I saw on SportsCenter yesterday that there's Bledsoe versus who's Bledsoe guarding?
It would be.
It's the backup, the second guard on the Celtics.
Reggie Jackson?
not Kyrie. The other
Oh,
one.
and Celtics. Oh, Rozier.
Yeah, Rozier and Eric Bledsoe.
Do they have beef?
They've been guarding each other and they've been like fighting.
They're not playing. I mean, they're gonna play, but they haven't.
Okay,
started
they're
playing
gonna
yet.
play. So they showed clips from earlier in the season. Apparently, they like
Oh,
got
they
in a bunch of
beef?
fights and hate each other.
Ah, that's
And
fun.
they were interviewing Bledsoe about Rozier, and he's like, "Who?" And they're like,
Oh, I
they're like
remember that.
Rozier, and he's like, "Oh, I don't even know who that is."
I forgot about that.
I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit!"
That's
like,
always fun.
Pretending that you don't even know who the person is.
Yeah,
It's a
I always
bold
like when
move.
there's beef in sports. It
Yeah.
makes it way better.
I agree.
Like I love when there's fights in baseball. Oh, it's the best.
Thriller. All right.
You
I
can't
don't
really
really-
sing Thriller anymore. It's canceled.
No, it's not canceled.
It's canceled.
Dude, it's never canceled.
John, you need to watch the documentary.
I will, but I'm saying Thriller will never be canceled.
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
But like Black Michael Jackson wasn't doing that, so is that like a different person? Because like Black Michael Jackson is Thriller, but Black Michael Jackson was not fondling little boys.
Did you just ask me if Black Michael Jackson is a different person than White Michael
no,
Jackson?
but like he kind of is. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not afraid of Black Michael Jackson. I'm afraid of White Michael Jackson.
But this is the dumbest thing. It's still Michael Jackson.
Yeah, but
Is
like,
White Sammy Sosa different than Black Sammy Sosa?
Yeah.
No.
White Sammy Sosa's creepy.
Kyle, they're literally the same. Okay, let me put it this way. Is high school LeBron James still LeBron James? Yeah.
No,
Yes. Your argument makes no sense.
no, it does.
Like, I understand, like, oh, like, that song's canceled because R. Kelly, like, has a dungeon in his house.
Okay, yeah.
But it's still R. Kelly, like, whether he was a weirdo or not a weirdo.
Okay, here's another example. Counter example.
Okay.
Birdman, Chris Anderson,
Yes.
pre-tattoos, post-tattoos. Different
Something
person.
happened.
If you're listening, look up Birdman Anderson and look up like before and after, and he's a completely different
I totally
person.
forgot about that guy.
Yeah,
He's
at the Nuggets
retired,
game.
right?
Right? Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
so many color tattoos.
Dude. I don't know if I've seen anybody with more tattoos, to be honest.
he's up there.
Yeah. Okay, so this is one thing I wanted to bring up and I wanted to talk about, but I just want to preface it by saying this is not my original idea. This is from my sister's boyfriend told me he listens to a golf podcast and he heard it on that, but I thought it was super interesting, so I want to ask you.
Okay.
So in the golf podcast, I don't know what it's called. I don't know which one it is, but
Golf cast.
it was a hypothetical, and it said if you were given the option, you have to shoot 5 putts, but we're going to change it to basketball, okay?
Like 5, 10.
So you can
free throws, or
shoot 5 free throws,
Oof.
okay? And
Okay.
you have to shoot all 5, and every one you make, you get $10 million, but every one you miss, you get a year in prison. Would you do it?
No, I would not do it.
Really?
I don't have
If
faith
you-
in my shot.
If you make 2 of them, that's $20 million. You just suffer for 3 years, then you get out and you get that $20 million.
No. Prison.
It's only 3 years of your life. Bro, right,
Prison.
you do it right now, you'd be 24 and have $20 million.
I would also be 23 in prison.
So what? You're in the peak of your athletic career. You fight off any rapers.
Oh my God. There's no way I'm surviving in prison. I'm sorry. I don't have what it takes to. I can't do it. I can't do it.
You don't know that, Kyle.
No, I do.
I believe
No,
in you.
I can't do it.
You have it.
No, I don't have it.
You have the it
No,
factor, Kyle.
I don't have it.
Actually, you might have the it factor to get raped.
I might have that. In fact, I might have the wrong factor. They might be like, this guy looks weak and
And
easy.
appetizing.
Ugh.
All right, but
I don't think you realize how bad jail is, John.
I'm sure it sucks, but it's temporary. It's one thing
For
if you get locked
years.
away for life. Dude, yo, where were you 3 years ago? You were starting
I don't know.
college.
Was I?
Yeah, it's the end of your junior year. So
No, I was in high school.
it was
No,
1 year
you're
ago
right.
was end of sophomore.
No, I
2
was in
years
high, I was in high school.
Okay. It was your
Living
end,
it up.
It was literally only 3 years ago you were a senior. It was the end of your senior in high school.
Yeah.
That's so not long
And
ago at all.
I've grown so much as a person.
Okay.
Where
so what?
I would be in jail.
Do you have 20 million more dollars?
I would not
No.
trade the experiences I have experienced in the last 3 years for 3 years or for $20 million. I'm really
You wouldn't?
No.
Bro,
No, I wouldn't.
if they said, we'll give you $20 million, but you just have to fast forward your body 3 years into the future. So like, if it was my senior year of high school body and brain right here, right now, I didn't gain any new knowledge, didn't gain any life experience, and they just threw me in as a 21
That's different than going to jail.
But that's what you just said.
Did I?
You said you wouldn't have done that.
Kind of forgot what I said.
My point is, even if you make one and you have to spend 4 years in prison, I would do that even.
John, I don't think you understand how bad prison is. You sound so stupid right now.
It can't be that bad.
John,
Bro, you don't have to worry. Yo, listen.
have you ever seen any
There's
jail
people-
TV show?
Yeah. I think they make it worse for the dramatic effect.
I think it depends what jail you're. If you're like, let's say like maximum security prison, like the worst of the worst.
Okay. But
You're
why
gonna
are they
die.
Why are they going to put me in a max security prison?
Because you missed free throws. Like you can't do that, dude. You can't be trusted.
All I'm saying
Because
is
you got to make it bad. Like
There's
you got to make
ho-
the consequence bad.
there's homeless people that are so used to or like people that have been cons that then get out and they're like homeless or whatever that literally go back to jail on purpose because it's like a better life than being on the
Yeah,
street.
but their lifestyle is like they're in a gang or whatever.
No, people like want to like people like that's what
That's
they
because
know
they
and
can
want.
have food.
That's what I'm saying. You have a roof over your head. You don't have to worry about free.
You have a roof over your head right now.
But I don't have $20 million.
Oh my god.
Keep in mind. Listen.
You're really pissing me off right now.
Listen.
Okay, yeah, I'm listening.
If I clutch up, and I make 5 free throws,
Think about how sweaty you'd be.
I would be drenched.
You'd be so nervous.
I make 5 free throws. That's it. Just five free throws. That's
Okay.
not. I make
Or-
$50 million
hey.
and don't go to jail at all.
Okay, I have another scenario for you.
Okay.
Remember our free throw competition we did?
Oh
And you
no.
missed like 15 in a row? That's 5 years and no dollars.
But I will say I've been practicing my free throws.
I would practice. No, it's like it's right now. You've been practicing.
I've
your
been
free throws?
practicing at 24-hour fitness.
Okay, well,
So
just because you can make free throws at 24 doesn't mean you can make free throws at the most intense situation of your life.
okay, if you were guaranteed to make 4, so basically you could
So
get
it's
$40
$40
million
million for 1 year in jail.
Year in jail. Would you do that?
Or
Year in prison?
No, I wouldn't do it.
You are that confident that you would get raped or murdered in prison?
Even if I don't get murdered, I would get the shit kicked out of me. Like I'm
Yeah.
not prison material.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, my sister and I were debating this the other day, and she was confident. She's like, "Oh, I would do that in a heartbeat." She's
I
like,
think
can
women's jail might be different though. Like,
I think they.
I think they still get beat up, but like,
You can't really. I hope this
oh, okay, no, I already know where you're going.
is women on women rape that bad?
Okay,
Because like
you should reword. You should change your wording.
Like,
I think it's less violent.
yeah, like woman on woman rape, you don't get things shoved into you through force.
But you might though. That might be what they do. Is
Like
like
what-
shove
what
shit
did-
up your
What-
vagina.
but what do they shove up there?
I don't know, like a toothbrush.
So they don't even get any pleasure out of it. It's literally just to make you hurt.
I don't know. There's weird people out there, and they're probably all in jail.
That's
So
true. I don't know. That was a interesting thought.
yeah. Well, so anyways, I'm not going to prison.
Okay.
I refuse to break the law. I will not go to prison.
My sister said that she would do it in a heartbeat because she was confident that like she could make 4 or 5 out of 5 for sure. And then we were thinking like, even if you're like a Ray Allen or Steph Curry level free throw shooter, with all that pressure and like there's probably publicity, there's all the news people, there's photographers, everyone's crowded around you. The pressure alone would just make you choke, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I know for me, like, even shooting free throws in my rec basketball games,
that made you
which
nervous?
to be honest had bigger crowds than like my middle school like select games.
Yeah.
Like I would feel myself like shooting different at the free throw line.
Yeah,
I kind of
shoot
tense up a little bit.
different
I'm
'cause you
like,
know
why
everyone's
am I?
watching.
Yeah, like I don't shoot like I normally would if I was just in the gym.
Yeah.
So I would be that times 100 of how nervous I would be, and I would just like
Yeah, you
try to force it
you
in,
like wouldn't
try to
even
guide it
shoot.
in.
You would just like push it.
yeah. So no, I wouldn't be able to do it.
All right. I also have a question for you that I think you'll have a very strong opinion on, but maybe you won't.
Oh God. Okay.
It's not bad. This is interesting. So I was listening to this guy talk who's like a journalist, and he does a lot of like sports stuff, and he had like an interesting take on steroids in sports, and he was basically like I totally see both sides now, but his take was like, why don't we just let everybody take steroids? Because he's like, the reason people get mad is because there's a stigma of quote unquote cheating, and he's like, a lot of times the stuff that they take is just like he's like, a lot of times it's just like testosterone or like normal things that your body produces, but it's, and he also was explaining that steroids, like, it's literally untrue that they make you stronger. He said literally what steroids do is help you recover way faster.
Quicker, yeah.
So he's like, it's not that you're cheating and becoming some superhuman. Like, you still have to put in all the work. You put in the hours.
You still have to be good at hitting a baseball.
You still have
too.
to be, yeah, you still have to be smart. And he's like, literally, it's letting your body recover faster. And these guys, especially in baseball, are playing freaking what, like 160 something games a year. And he's like, I don't know. It was interesting because usually everybody's always against it. And he's like, he thought that the reason so many people were against it is just because of the stigma of that it's cheating. But he's like, if we break that stigma, just say, if you want to do steroids, do steroids. If you don't, then don't. Then he's like, then everybody would be on an equal playing field. And then it's like, you're either good or you're not good.
I don't know too much. Like, I haven't just dove.
We did the same thing.
Diving?
We did this the other day.
I haven't dived too deep into this.
Yeah.
Like, obviously I'm a big baseball fan, but I guess the whole steroid era was when I was a little younger.
Yeah.
So I wasn't that immersed in it.
Mm-hmm.
Are steroids like bad for you?
Well, that's
because like maybe that's what they're saying is like,
from my understanding is that
makes your pee-pee smaller.
is that true?
I don't know.
I don't know if that's true. I feel like that was a thing that they told people to like encourage them to not do it, to like scare people away from them.
Oh, that'll stop me.
But I don't know. But like, I do know that if you're under a controlled environment with like smart doctors who know what they're doing and give you the right dosage, and like you do it at the right times and all this stuff, I think there are smart ways to do it without any health repercussions. Now, we're not doctors, so we don't know. But that's my understanding of it. But that, like, if you just are some random dude and you just go start taking steroids, you could probably fuck up your body. And I know that if you're still developing, like if you're growing and you take them when you're like 16, it's going to like fuck up your endocrine system. But like if you're a fully grown adult, and you have professionals,
it's just not natural.
Yeah.
You know? But like you could also argue like, oh, they take all these protein powders or whatever. Like there's certain things that they can do. I don't know. I mean, I guess I get what he's saying, but I guess maybe I just have that stigma in my head that steroids are bad and like you just can't do them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I don't think there's like a right or wrong answer. I just think it's interesting.
Because there's also the whole debate of like, should steroid users be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Or there's guys who like Barry Bonds like never got caught with steroids, but like
everyone
took steroids.
Yeah.
So that's hard.
And it's just like, to me, I feel like personally with sports, I feel like it should be like what your body naturally can do, like a regular human body without like just like boosting it to some superhuman level. Like obviously, like I said, they don't make you stronger, but like it's just like not natural.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are we going to just basically let people that are like cheating the system or like finding a way to like change the system, like all play in this league together. Because like, for example, like if someone didn't want to take steroids and they wanted to be like just like natural and just like raw talent and hard work, there's just nothing you could like. If the whole rest of the league is taking steroids, you would have no other option but to take steroids too.
That's kind of what happened in like the early 2000s. Like everybody was taking. It was so obvious. Like
Yeah.
you just like 1 year, you're just like, whoa, that guy doubled in size.
Yeah. And I never realized, like, I didn't watch as much baseball as you growing up, but I remember you showed me the stats
The
of
stats
like,
are insane at that time.
like, I don't know when it started, but like the early 2000s or like,
yeah, I think it was like the early 2000s.
yeah.
like
So
the
you showed
main-
me like before that and then the early 2000s stats. And then
Yeah.
after that, it is like, it's so obvious.
And you just look at them too.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa,
yeah.
you're a monster.
Yeah. You showed me like some before and afters of people at the beginning of their career.
Like, look at Barry Bonds. Like he like stole bases and like hit for average, and then he just started hitting these monsters. He hit 73 home runs in a year.
Yeah.
That'll never be done again.
So I don't know. I thought it was interesting. And I like after hearing it, I'm not like pro steroids, but I do think that it made me
It's an
realize like,
interesting argument.
yeah, I don't think they're as bad as they seem, I guess. So we kind of glazed over the Value Village thing at the beginning because I don't know. We just wanted to get into the other stuff, but I want to go back to it real quick.
Okay.
So one thing that I've noticed about Value Village. So if you guys don't have Value Village where you live, it's just like a Goodwill, like it's literally like
You donate your old clothes
like
or
people
furniture or whatever.
donate anything, and it just has a bunch of random shit for really cheap. And so I always have loved going there because it's like you find these hidden gems. Like there's really funny shirts, cool stuff. There's stuff that like I'm like, why do people donate? Like, why would you want to get rid of that? You know,
Like that, sure.
yeah,
Like everything that we're wearing. Basically.
yeah. I mean, you kind of have to dig a little bit, but
Yeah.
um,
There's always we found a Perry the Platypus shirt.
yeah,
It was a 2XL though, so
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try and put this out in a way that makes sense, and then you're gonna let me know if you get where I'm going with this. Okay.
All right.
So like all the workers there are the type of people that I feel like I relate to on like a spiritual level. Like like I feel like okay, I'm a very deep person and I I don't know. All right.
It sounds like
let me
you're
just
high right now.
let me just say to start this off, I told Kyle a couple weeks or like a month ago or 2 months ago that I got this idea and I'm pretty serious about it that like at some point I want to get a van and renovate a van and like turn it into like a livable space.
You still want to do that?
I'm still do. And I'm at some point in the next, eventually when my parents want me to get out, I'm going to buy a van. I'm going to pay my dad to help me renovate it.
All
It's
right.
going to be some of these vans like, okay,
Like
if you
pimp my van.
yeah,
basically.
like some of them are sick. There's a Reddit thread called Van Life. It's r/Van Life. And there's a bunch of people. And like, I guess my point is Value Village and the van life community, I feel like they intersect. Okay. I feel at
Yeah,
home in a
true.
Value Village. Not that like, and I don't like that there's a stigma around like Value Village or like the van life stuff, but like, because a lot of people think that if you're like, live in a van, you're like a hippie homeless guy with a really big afro and you like do a lot of heroin or
You could be.
something. You I mean, I'm sure there's a good chance.
But you could also be a rich hippie homeless.
Exactly.
Well,
You could just
probably
be-
wouldn't be rich and homeless.
You could
You could be rich and do heroin, is what I'm saying.
yeah, but I mean, I think there's a lot of people that run like online businesses and are totally well off that
Yeah.
like live out of these vans. And anyways, so I guess my point is I think that there's something really unique in that like is a common attribute between all the people who do like this van life lifestyle where they're just kind of say like, fuck paying $2,000 a month to like live in an apartment. I'm going to spend X amount of dollars and not have to pay rent at all.
It's like more simple.
It's just simple.
So, what's the word? Granola? Is that the right word?
I mean, it's like
No.
minimalist. Like
Yeah, there you go.
you
Granola.
it's like, anyways, so like, as I was in there, I just like, I looked at the workers and just like the people in there and I feel like, like, I don't know, in the best way possible. Like, I was like, wow, this is cool. Cause I feel like people here
Like this
are
is my
like-
community.
yeah, like, and I feel like there's just like, they're the least judgmental people, I think is the best way to put it. Like, I feel like the van life people, they'll like talk to strangers. They don't give a shit if you have a lot of money or you don't have any money. Cause like a lot of them don't have that much money.
So van people will just talk to anyone.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's exceptions, but like,
You don't just talk to anyone.
no, I don't. But I want to be
You
that
want to
person.
get into once you're in your van, you'll start talking to people. He just like gets his van. And he's like, wow, it all makes sense now. Can finally start talking to other people now that I'm in my own van.
Does this make? Are you sort of following me?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay, so
Van people and just go to Value Village a lot.
you're simplifying it too much. You're breaking it down to the basics, but you're going too far. Okay,
I get it. It's minimalist.
Yeah,
Like, you
and
think
so-
minimalists like to talk to people.
I guess my point is this trip to Value Village reassured in my heart that I want to do it
You're gonna live in a van.
because I just feel like people there are so friendly. Now I don't know about other Value Villages, but the one I've
Who
been
did you
to,
talk to that was friendly?
it's not even like that. No one really.
So you didn't talk to anyone.
But like,
Did anyone talk to you? No.
for example, the lady,
'Cause
the
van people
lady
don't talk
checking
to
me
people.
out, the lady checking me out, not like
Oh,
checking me
hey.
out. The lady ringing up my items
Yeah.
was very friendly.
What was your
Sorta
conversation?
hippie.
What was your conversation?
I don't know, but what was yours? You had one.
She looked at my shirt and she goes, "Wow, that's a shirt." I'm like, "Yep." There's always some hidden gems here. And she's like, "Yep."
Yeah,
That was our
see?
conversation.
But okay, take
I should have
that.
asked her if she lives in a van.
Shut up. That would have been so rude.
Hey,
do you
You live in a van?
you really look like the type of person to live in a van?
She's like, "Why? I do. My van's right out there." I'm like, sweet. Can I check it out?
But like, okay, take that interaction with that lady
Yeah.
and then compare it to an interaction at your average Target or Best Buy. Not even close.
I wouldn't buy a shirt at Best Buy.
Okay, but you know what
Yeah,
I'm
I get
saying.
what you're saying. I'm just
Like-
trying to be hard.
I'm trying to be hard.
Trying. You're not getting me there.
But like, I don't know. I just feel like it's the type of vibe where like they're nice for no reason. They don't know who you are, and they would have a conversation with you.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Just
Like, I feel so much more inclined to say like, "Hey, how's your day going?" And then she was like, "Oh, all right." I'm like, what did I say? I asked her something about her shift. I'm like,
how's your shift?
no, but
She's like, good.
no, I was like, oh, like she was like, oh, it's going. I was like, oh, is it like been a long day? And she's like, yeah, I'm just like ready to get out of here or something, you know? And I was like, I would never even have, like, it was just like a 1 minute thing, but I wouldn't even talk like that with people at like other stores because it's like they don't feel approachable.
You wouldn't approach a Target lady.
No, never. Maybe other people would, but like, I just feel the sense of connection with Value Village. You know what
Or
I'm
you could work there. You could park your van there and live there. Easy commute to work.
just live in the park.
There's McDonald's right there too. You could just eat dinner there.
It's a one-stop shop. It's a
easy.
one-stop shop. I sleep in the middle of the parking lot, right? Then I
Yeah.
wake up. I get my morning walk
To
I
breakfast.
to breakfast.
Lunch break.
I walk back to my van and freshen up, right? I get my
You
clothes on.
start your shift.
Yeah, then I walk another 20 feet. I start my shift. I go back to my lunch break in my van.
You get more McDonald's.
Yeah, I get
There's
more-
also the wood-fired pizza over there too. So you get pizza for lunch.
I never have to leave the parking lot.
And then you finish your shift, get a milkshake, get a whatever for dessert.
And then I
There
curl
it
up
is.
in my van, turn on a little light, read my hippie book.
Shiver until you fall asleep. Do they have heaters in the van? Oh, never mind. You can just turn your van on. But that's bad for the environment.
Okay, no, I'm sure these are good for the environment.
Having your van on.
Well, no, you don't run the van, bro. I don't know how it works. Okay,
All right.
you're asking me too many questions, but I know that.
What I was going to say.
Okay, yeah.
But like I get what you're saying about the Value Village people and how they're more like
They seem friendly.
yeah, they're friendly. I mean, they're nice. I only talked to one of them.
Yeah.
But anyways, like that's what I didn't like about where we grew up is not that like everyone's mean, but there's not a lot of people like that here,
Mhm.
and I feel like everyone is so unapproachable.
Yeah, and
Um,
judgmental.
Yeah, and like sometimes you'll just see what they're wearing, and you're just like, they're probably gonna be mean to me.
Yeah.
Or like they don't have time to talk to me or whatever. But like that's what I like about Seattle, like where I live now, is it's so different and so just like laid back. And
Yeah.
like people are really chill.
But at the same time, I do think that thought of like, oh, I don't want to talk to them because they look all preppy and they're probably going to be mean. Like, that's unfair to them too.
Yeah.
Like, that's an unfair judgment. Like, oh, they look like they're preppy, so they're probably an asshole.
But then there's also, I've had experiences where like that's so true.
But I'm sure there's times when like either of us have looked at someone and thought they're like, oh, that person's an asshole, but they're probably really nice.
They probably watched me walk out with this, and they're like,
wow.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I agree, and I think like we grew up, for people listening, we grew up in an area that's like most people are pretty well off. Or
I'm pretty sure it was voted like the safest place in the world.
Yeah, or in the country.
Or in the country, yeah.
Yeah, it's like literally like our home city was voted like one of like the safest
like
city to live.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
it was like some
award, which I was like, okay.
I hated where we.
It's not the nicest. People are like, I feel like where we grew up had a lot of like the fake nice, where someone will be like, oh hey, how's it going? How's your kids doing? And then right when they leave,
fucking hate their kids.
I fucking hate Becky. Like, why'd she come and talk to me?
Yeah, that's all
like,
the plot.
She didn't come to hot yoga last week. She just ditched me.
That's literally all the moms here.
Yeah, and like
not all of them, but good majority.
Yeah, and no, I mean, I get what you're saying, and I think that's why I do like the city as opposed to the suburbs. Mm-hmm. Like, I wouldn't want to live in the city because it like stresses me out, but I like the vibe of like the people in like big cities, because it just seems like people just don't give a shit. Like, if you want to go walk down the street wearing rainbow hair and a tutu dress and like high socks,
people are probably gonna look at you, but like they're not gonna be like, what are you wearing?
Yeah.
Whereas like if you're in like a small town in like Texas, they'd like shoot you.
Yeah, like get the fuck out of here. But going back to van life, okay?
We're back at the van life.
I've just been very intrigued, and I want to just like, would you ever be a van dweller?
No. Why?
There's
just things that I need. I need room to operate.
Okay. No, keep going.
Like I like camping, but I couldn't camp for too long. Like camping for more than like 3 days is I'm just done.
Yeah.
And I'm not, obviously that's van life. Van life is not camping, but it's like getting there. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. Yeah.
And there's just certain comforts that I just really feel like I need. Not that I could do it. I physically
like,
could
would
live
survive.
Like I'd be okay. I don't know if I'd be that happy, but I could do it.
Yeah.
I'd be fine. But there's just certain things that I like to have, like a real bed and air condition. Well, not necessarily. I don't know. I can't think of any refrigerator.
Yeah. Okay.
An oven, a microwave. And sure, you could probably be like, "Oh, I could put a microwave in my van," but like, then you make something in the microwave, and if you make like pizza in the oven or microwave, and your whole van smells like that. Like, I need to escape that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it,
Like,
but I just okay. But now let me give you my side of it, because I was explaining this to my sister and to my parents, and they were like, it was kind of one of those things where
Do
it's
they make
like
fun of you?
they're like, oh yeah, okay, you want to live in a van, huh? Like,
you'll see.
yeah, it was like all right, weirdo, like whatever. But I'm like, no, like seriously, and I tried to convince them, but like, I think that people don't fully understand it because I think they haven't like met anyone. They kind of just see like that random van in like Seattle on the parked on the sidewalk. They're like, wow, look at that homeless guy, you know? But like,
Technically, they're homeless.
You
would be homeless.
Well, it is their home, so they're not homeless. But I guess my point is,
are you homeless if you don't pay rent? Wait.
I mean, okay, I guess legally you might be considered homeless.
Like, would you have to pay? You wouldn't have to pay. Well, you don't own any property.
Yeah. But I mean, like, let's say I did it. I would still say that I lived at this house. Like, I would still say I lived with my parents, but I just wouldn't. Like,
You're a liar.
But like,
So you'd be a
people
lying
do that
van
all the
dweller.
time.
Van dwellers are liars.
I don't know.
I don't
know. But like, I think people don't realize like what it's all about, two, how nice a lot of these vans are.
How do you have Wi-Fi?
Okay, I don't know. But my point is, I also think a whole part of the lifestyle is that, for example, a lot of people say like, oh, like I need this or like I need that. And I think the whole idea is like, but do you really? And so it's like, well, I need a place to like kick back and like relax and like watch whatever. And it's like, but do you though? And then they like, the whole idea is like you come up with these like alternatives. So it's if like what you were saying, like, oh, I need an oven or like I need certain things to
I
cook.
wouldn't say I need. I just say I really like to have.
Yeah, but I mean, I think when you see some of these vans like on this Reddit thing and like there's different forums and stuff that I've been reading about, people like post pictures. Dude, some of these are like literally like studio apartments. Like they got everything you need. Some people's vans have showers in them, and they fill up like every like couple days or whatever. Like obviously the lifestyle is more work. There's a lot that goes into it. You have to refill like this huge gallon of water that you store in the bottom or whatever. But like people have sinks. They have like they have stovetop grills. So it's like, I mean, obviously I get like a lot of people just would never do it, which makes sense. Like and it wouldn't be something I would do forever, but it just frustrates me when I was explaining to my family and they're like, all right. But it's like, guys, if I showed you these pictures and how you'd save so much money, be much less stress.
Yeah. I mean, I think it takes a certain type of person to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not that person.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not trying to like steer you away from van life.
I know.
Like you can van all you want.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to van.
No.
And I'm just telling you why I'm not going to van.
And I respect your non-van grind.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, my van grind.
Yeah, I respect your van grind.
Like, okay, mutual van respect.
Yeah, respect each other's vans.
But like, for people listening, I guess, if you think it's weird, look it up and like read a little bit about it. It's very interesting and it's really cool. And I think from what I've read about it, one of the biggest benefits that's so cool about it is that you don't have to pay rent. And so a lot of these people are people that kind of don't fit into society or like, fuck this whole like 9 to 5 bullshit where I have to like somehow every month scrape enough money to live in Seattle, which is like one of the most expensive places to live. And I'm paying like $1,500 for like a studio apartment. So there are people who are like, fuck that. Why don't I just like do a job part-time that I like and then spend the rest of my time doing stuff that I really like, and all I need is enough money to pay for gas and for food and insurance, I guess, or maintenance. And it's like, to me, I mean, I get, like I said, a lot of people are like, still screw that regardless, but like to me as like an artist, I guess that'd be so cool. Like imagine waking up and you're like, what do I want to do today? And you're like, I don't know. I don't feel like doing anything. It's like, all right, cool. It doesn't matter because like you don't have to.
Though.
No, I'd be keep myself. That's the thing is like I guess it's one thing if you don't do anything, but I'm always like working on something. Like I'd be doing a podcast, to be making videos, like traveling. Wouldn't that be dope?
Yeah, just
like I mean like I said, like you wouldn't want to do it, but I just don't. To me, I don't like see a downside to it other than I do get my dad's argument. He was like, yeah, well, you're not going to do that forever. And even if you did want to do it forever, he's like, you can't just like escape life. He's like, there's going to come a time when you're going to meet a girl. You're going to want to get married.
You meet a van girl. You just like meet your local Valley Village cashier and that's your woman.
Also, no disrespect to anybody that works at Valley Village or
Yeah.
I love those places and I'm not like, this is not to like make fun of people.
John's one of you.
Yeah, like I am one of those like that's the thing is like I feel like as I've got older I've become more of a hippie. Like not the way I dress or like externally, but I guess wearing a horse. But internally I'm much more a fan of like the hippie ideals.
What would you describe as a hippie ideal?
Like the people who are fuck this regular society. I want to go just ditch life for 6 months and go hike through the mountains and then just wing it. I'm a big fan of the winging it, but
why don't you just wing it?
No, honestly, I want to. That's what, dude, I keep myself up at night thinking about shit like
Thinking
this.
about winging it?
Yeah, and like if I could just like say like screw regular society, what everyone's doing, like I'm just going to do my own thing, not worry about money, just get work, like do what I want, and then when I run out of money and need more money, then you go find a job somewhere and just work part-time and do like odd jobs or work on a tugboat or like anything, like just random shit.
Tugboat.
Just like, I don't know.
Rub and tug? You can work at a rub and tug.
Just like anything to make enough money so you save up some money, then you say, all right, I'm going to go do it again. I'm going to just go off the grid for 2 months. And like,
I would get kind of lonely.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mean fully off the grid. Like, I'd still
Unless I had a van
do
girl.
a podcast. I'd still hang out with
Okay.
people. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like there's way more freedom. But then, like my dad was saying, it's like, well, that's great and all, but what happens when you're 35? You meet a girl you really like, you get married. She doesn't want to live in a van. She wants to have a kid.
Well, then why would you marry her if she doesn't have the same
That's true.
ideals as you?
That's a good point. But then it's also,
You can't just.
and I don't know, like, I don't know if I want to have a kid. I feel like it's bad to, like, I'm not saying I don't want to have a kid. I just don't know. Like a kid,
That's fine.
I feel
to
like
not
you
know.
sell your life away when you have a kid.
Yeah, but then it's like this is John 2.0.
Dude, but John 2.0 would be a bitch.
Yeah, it would suck.
It'd be so annoying.
Unless your wife has good genes.
That's true. Yeah, if I could just have like a calm baby, just like
You can't
Chill.
just
like
decide that.
If I could have a baby that never cried or pooped his pants, easy, done.
Yeah, well, that doesn't exist. You could adopt though. You could adopt like
Yeah,
like a
yeah. I'd be
5-year-old.
much more inclined to adopt a 10-year-old than
Do it.
Yeah.
You could keep him in your van. That sounds really bad.
But like, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. I just wanted to get that out there, get it off my chest. And if you guys are intrigued by it, or even if you think it's stupid,
If you're in a van, shout out to you.
hit me up. Look it up, guys. It's kind of cool. I'll show you some pictures of some vans. You
All
might be like,
No.
yo, some people, I shit you not. And, oh, also you said I would need a real bed to sleep in. They have like, it's a legit like
No, I
real
know.
bed.
I know, but
It's
like
got your comforters, like you got a bunch of space. Bro, there's some people that have it's bigger than a college-sized dorm bed. Like it's bigger than a
Yeah,
twin bed. And it
yeah.
fits two people, like a couple.
yeah, I get it.
There's people that have TVs mounted so they lay in their bed and it's like up above them on the roof.
Yeah. Okay. So like it sounds really cool. Like that would be a cool like vacation thing. It's like, oh, like let's go stay in this RV for
Yeah.
like drive around. Like I couldn't live in that.
But
I could.
you could.
I wouldn't like it.
But you don't know. All I'm saying is,
I've been in an RV before and I was like ready to get out by the time.
but it's not your own van. It's not your home. You might like it. That's all I'm saying.
yeah,
You might like it.
I'm just not gonna try it. So
Okay.
I'll spend a night in your van.
Okay.
I'll spend a weekend with you in the van. I might want to kill you by the end of it. But
Yeah, it is very close quarters. That's the thing.
that's the thing. Imagine having your whole family in one van.
Well, no, obviously it wouldn't. Obviously that wouldn't
You
work.
get 2 vans.
No, like there's nobody that has a wife and like multiple kids that lives in a van. It just
You could have
doesn't
like
happen.
4 vans, and you could be like, "This is my bedroom. This is my kitchen. This is my office."
But what
this
if you
is-
want to drive somewhere? You have your kids.
You just
you
like
have your
chain,
7-year-old
you chain
daughter?
them all up, so it's like a big line of vans, and you just like cruise down the highway.
All right. Although the van life does seem very ideal to me. Have you heard people say, whether they're joking or serious, like, don't make an impulse decision before jacking off? Have you heard of that?
Like jacking off.
Yeah.
I've
you
heard.
ever like heard that idea? Like
I get what it is. I
It's
understand
like-
it, but yeah,
sometimes
I've never heard it phrased like that.
Like for example, if you're like super horny, you don't want to make like a monumental decision because you want to have a clear head and you don't want your emotions to.
oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
So,
yeah.
Have you heard?
Yes,
I don't know.
I get
Okay.
what you're saying.
Okay. So like, for example, what I've realized is when I have this thing in my head where if I hear something or like a inspirational thing or an interview and I'm like, wow, that sounds epic. Like for example, this guy who's walking across America right now that I've told you about, named Mike Posner or whatever.
Yeah.
He's the singer and he's literally walking across the whole country. And I'm the type of person where like the second I heard he did that, I'm like, dude, I want to do that. Fuck it. Like, let's just like, I need to do it. Like, I'm going to do it right now. I'm just going to.
You told me that, and I was like, no.
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
Kyle
doing
was just
that
like,
with you.
no. But I've realized that I always have these impulses to do like weird or like crazy shit. But I realize like, all right, it's like the whole jack off idea. I'm not saying like I'm gonna go jack off before I buy a van, but like
You might.
well, I might.
You could break the van in.
But my point is, I realize my personality is like that, so I'm thinking about it for an extended period of time. Do I really want to commit to a van?
I just picture you just jacking off, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna get the van now.
No, but like that's the idea. Is like,
Yeah.
if you jack off and you still want to go get the van, then you truly want the van. But if
Are you
jack-
horny for the van?
No, but it's like you just your head is clogged. You got
You gotta release.
you gotta release it.
All right.
Because then if after you jack off, you're like, wow, I don't want that van no more.
Yeah. Well, like that's what I told you. Not the jacking off part, but like I told you when you first told me about the van, I was like, that sounds cool. Maybe like sit on that for a while, and maybe like don't buy a van first, but like rent one and try living out of it before you just straight up buy one and you're like, fuck now I'm in this van.
Now I lost a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could rent a U-Haul for the weekend and just dwell.
Also, financially, it's a smart decision. Because if I lived in a van for 2 years, let's say I'm at the age where my parents want me out and I have to get an apartment.
Okay.
All right. Say I'm paying. Apartments are really damn expensive in Seattle. So let's say between $1,000 and $1,500.
Why would you have to live in Seattle?
Well, I meant anywhere, and even here, it's like more expensive.
Well, yeah, it's expensive here.
Yeah. So anywhere in the state of in the west side of Washington is really damn expensive.
Well, there's cheap ones out there.
Let's say you spent $1,200 for 12 months.
24,000. Yeah. No.
1,200
Yeah.
times.
Oh,
12.
144.
That's
14,400.
14,400.
Wow, that was really stupid.
So that's 1 year times 2. So while everyone else is in an apartment for 2 years and I'm living in a van for 2 years, I'm going to have $28,800 more dollars than them. I mean, obviously I'd have to spend
Factor in gas,
insurance,
But
but
also
other
the same-
people are paying
same for
car
them too.
insurance.
Unless
I
they
mean, but
take
I know
public
that
transportation.
your insurance, if you can like legalize, like make it legal that your van is your home, and then your insurance is a little higher, but like more things are covered since it's like literally your home. But anyways, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So I mean,
Smart. Maybe I just grind it out for like 5 years. All right. As we are getting near the end here, I'm gonna ask you one random question.
yes.
And then we'll wrap it up. All right.
Okay.
If I killed someone and I had reasonable motivation, would you or would you not turn me in?
What is the motivation? Did they kill you? Or I mean, did they kill? That was really stupid. Did they kill like your dad?
I don't know. That's
What
not
did
the
they
question. I have reasonable motivation.
I understand.
So you can let your imagination. It could be multiple things. It could be they.
Like if they beat up your dad and then you killed them, I probably wouldn't be cool with that.
You wouldn't?
If you killed someone because they beat your dad up, you take their life away because they fought your
I think
dad.
it depends how
depends how
hard
they
they
did it.
beat you.
Like, they,
what if
tortured
they like
him?
Yeah, and they beat the shit out of him, and then he's paralyzed from the waist down because they hit his head on pavement.
How did you kill this man or woman or
Does it
child?
Does it matter?
Is it a child?
When you in murder, does it like in your opinion morally, is there a difference between shooting someone in the head and like ripping off their arms, making them suffer?
Are you kidding me?
But you're killing them regardless. They're dead either way.
Yeah, but it's like, are they suffering or are they just instantly dead? If you get shot in the head, you're dead. But if you rip their arms off,
but
and you keep them alive to make them suffer more, that's like serial killer, like fucked up shit.
But they're still dead.
So they're dead either way.
I know, which is why I don't know if it makes to me like do you think they should serve different amounts of time?
Yeah, because I think you can add like torture onto the time. It's also like, is it premeditated or is it like aggravated or whatever the hell is this?
But to me, I don't know if like someone should serve more years because they like
if you kill somebody,
did it in a weird way as opposed to just shooting someone.
I mean, if you kill somebody on purpose, I think for the most part you're gonna get life.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't think you do.
I'm pretty sure you do.
If you'd like never been arrested, you got in some gang situation and you shot someone and killed them and you like realized you fucked up, I don't think they'd give you life.
I think
they give you like 20, 30 years or something, but I don't
it's
think
not 20. It's way more. I listened to like a murder podcast that like they almost always serve life unless it's like a really like fucked up situation. They're like, oh, like he didn't really know. Let's just give him 5.
Answer the question. You're avoiding the question.
I know, but there's like factors.
You gotta use your best judgment.
But like, what's my judgment? Like, is it bad? Is it good? Like,
I'm asking you. You're not asking me.
Oh my god.
If I killed someone and I had in your opinion, I had a reasonable motivation to do it, would you turn me in?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like,
yeah.
but like, obviously there's more factors to it. Like, if you tortured them, it depends what they did.
If they tortured my mom and killed her, and I tortured them and then killed them, you wouldn't turn me in for that.
I don't think
that's
I would
equivalent.
I don't think I would turn you in.
An eye for an eye.
I don't think I'd be like cool with it. I'd be like, it's a little
Like,
weird.
dude, what
Like,
the
I don't want to
fuck
ever
is
see you
wrong
like
with
that
you?
again. I don't know if I'd hang out with you as much,
Yeah.
but
All right.
probably wouldn't turn you in.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. What about you? You're just like, fuck that,
I'm
Kyle.
a
You're
law-abiding citizen. I don't want to get in trouble.
just a
I don't
man in
wanna-
the van.
I don't even know you. I don't know Kyle. Who?
Wow. If I was running a big like drug cartel, and you found out that I was
Oh, so
a
like,
drug lord, like I was like Pablo Escobar,
yeah.
of
Would I
would you turn
be the
me in?
whistleblower?
Would you blow my whistle?
Would not blow your whistle.
Uh,
See, that's a tough one. I feel like
I'd turn you in,
morally
sorry.
I would want to, but I would just be worried about you sending people. Like, you go to jail and like you have so many connections. You're Pablo Escobar. I would be dead for
yeah,
sure.
I'd for sure.
I'd
kill
have
you.
no chance of surviving.
Yeah, I'd kill you.
I'd be like in my bed sleeping. I'd wake up with a tap on the forehead. 2 people would be just pointing ARs at me.
Yeah,
shoot
I'd
me
make
head.
them kill you way worse than that though. I'd make them torture
Yeah.
you.
Yes, I wouldn't turn you in.
So don't fuck with my system.
All right. On that note, it's been a really weird
This has
episode.
been very strange.
Like, we say this a lot. This might be the weirdest one.
this
yet.
is up there. We touched a lot of bases.
I hope you guys didn't mind. I went on kind of a long rant about vans. So, I don't know. I hope you guys found it
I'm
insightful.
curious what other people think about this
Yeah.
van life situation.
Like, I understand most people would never want to live in a van. I get it. But I'm just saying, I think it gets a bad rap, and I think people think they're weirder than they are. Some of them are weird, though.
yeah, I don't think you're weird if you live in a van.
On that note, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. It helps us so much more than you guys think. We're almost at 30 now, or maybe a little more. I don't know. Rate us 5 stars and say like, "Wow, dude, they have super cool attire in their videos."
Yeah.
Or their voices are super sexy and they help put me to sleep.
Yeah.
Or
they like awaken me.
like
Kyle wakes me up.
I have them as my alarm clock.
Oh,
Their
that
most
would be
latest
so
episode.
annoying. That would be so annoying.
Just imagine sleeping. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Peak to Middle
Oh,
School.
God. If I had to wake up to your voice every day,
Anyways, Kyle, where can they follow you?
They can follow me on Instagram at KyleStafford36 and Twitter at KStaff36, and follow the podcast at Pim's Podcast everywhere: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Netflix.
Woo! We're on every platform.
Where can they find you, John?
They can find me at Hey Narwhal on Twitter and Instagram. I changed the little banners to put our Instagram logos and
Yes.
Instagram @s because we use those more than Twitter.
Also, we have merchandise.
Oh,
We have shirts.
Yeah, we do. By the
They have
time
not
this,
arrived yet, but they will.
by the time this episode's out, we have actually got the shirts, and I have 100 of them, and I'm giving obviously some for Kyle and I, our family, our close friends, but the rest are up for grabs, and we're not going to charge anybody.
If you want one,
If you want one, leave a
Give us a
comment
shout.
or tweet at us or message me on Instagram or anything. Just get in contact with us somehow. There's many ways, and I'm literally giving them away to anybody. I got some mediums, some larges, a bunch of larges, and some XLs. So we're basically just doing everything in our power to promote the podcast, grow the brand. It's hard to grow an audience, but we're doing everything we can.
slowly
So,
but surely.
and with that being said, talk to you guys later. Peace out.
Goodbye.